Let's go live. Hey, everybody. Hey, it's Roy Richardson, your friendly neighborhood tech troublemaker. And tonight is to have a content creators meetup. And I have got some awesome guests here tonight. So, hey, everybody say hi to Grymskull and Pedigreed Moth, who are on here tonight, who are gamers. And we're just going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about just live streaming and gaming in general and having a YouTube channel. We'll talk about Kick. We'll talk about Twitch just a little bit. We'll kind of talk about how we kind of got started. And so I'm going to lead it off. Grymskull, how about introduce yourself, sir?
I am Grymskull. I'm a full-time content creator, part-time gamer, father of a college student, and I'm glad to be here tonight because last time it sucked that I couldn't be.
I agree, but we persevered. So, James Pedigreed Moth, how are you doing, sir?
Hello, everyone.
Yourself.
I am Pedigreed Moth. I just started making videos about a year ago. As of just some exciting new news, as of Labor Day, I just got engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
That's very exciting.
Congrats.
Thank y'all. And I'm just looking here to have some fun and chat with y'all and see how things go.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. So I met Grymskull. We were just talking about that before the show, that we met through David. And you do a lot of the graphics for him and a lot of the video editing for him.
Right. Yeah. David Foster. David Foster. He's one of the, I guess you like the OG kind of live stream type folks from back in the day. And he had a thing called Creators Guild, which I want to say it's almost 3 years now. Well, if you want the long story, it's like, you know, when the pandemic stuff started going on and everybody was looking at streaming, you know, I was at home and I'd been a gamer. I've been a gamer for since the, Atari 2600 and Commodore 64. So, when we were all stuck at home, I was like, let me try this streaming stuff, and I was wearing glasses at the time. And so I was looking on YouTube of how to light a scene so that, it doesn't reflect out of your lenses. And now I wear contacts because, when I searched it, I found this dude with the beard and these white glasses, and he was kind of a arrogant kind of guy at first, but he had good tips on how to light a scene with glasses because he wore glasses and how to raise them up. Fast forward a few months later, and I was at work and I was watching a lot of Twitch, because I was getting into gaming, on streams and stuff, and some Dr. Disrespect and Nade Shot and all those because I was playing Warzone and stuff like that. And I saw the familiar face of the white glasses on Twitch in the middle of the day. And so I started watching it, and David had started this thing called the Creators Guild. And, I'd been watching Harris Heller and all the other, great folks that teach people how to stream and use YouTube and all that stuff. But I just kind of started lurking and stalking him, basically. That's really what it was. I was stalking him. And I pestered him enough to where, he saw I could do graphic design. He kind of pulled me onto his team for David Foster Media. And we run a few YouTube channels, and I do video editing for him. But I also have my own YouTube channel, a design channel that I work on. But we're here about gaming. So I met Xanthi, who right? Yeah. Xanthi through the Creators Guild also. And Xanthi's a gamer. And she was trying to learn how to play Minecraft with her friend Shearston, who we call her Nimmy. And so I was streaming games on the weekends, and I was like, you guys should get a Minecraft server. And I ended up doing that. I got a Minecraft server and started streaming it on the weekends. And then, of course, they weaseled their way into my stream on the weekends. And I decided, what the heck, let's team up. So now we have the XGN channel, which stands for Extreme Gamer Network, which you can find on Kick and a YouTube channel. But yeah, that's kind of the foray. There it is. Long story short.
Yeah, and I'll put links to where everybody's located in a little bit. And I'll also show you his Twitch channel and Kick, and we'll talk about Kick because Kick's been an interesting development. And I've dabbled over there, but I just haven't made up my mind up about it yet. So, Pedigree, I know you've been on the show before, and but let's just pretend nobody's ever seen you, and they need to know everything there is about you. And first of all, congratulations on getting engaged. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It's very exciting.
Yeah. So, what games you playing right now?
So I actually just beat Jedi Survivor. That was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun playing that game. I've been playing some Armored Core 6, and I have Starfield, but I'm recording that one for making videos, so I haven't actually played as much of that one as I'd like to at this point, because I'm trying to save it for recording.
Yeah.
And but as far as kind of my history goes with the channel and things, I've been a gamer my entire life. Whenever I have free time, stuff like that, all I want to do is just, unwind and play some video games. And so this channel is kind of a way for me to share that passion with other people, trying to get entertain some people out there, show them some funny moments, give them some few laughs, things like that. And I've been really enjoying it so far. It's been a challenge, kind of figuring out like what videos work, what videos don't. My most recent video that I released was a video about Starfield before it actually released, and it went viral for my channel. Within 24 hours, it had several thousand views. And I couldn't keep up with the comments that were rolling in on that video. It was fantastic. I've never had a video that has done that well before. So really got me excited and got the juices flowing as I'm, trying to film some more and get some more videos prepared to start putting them out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's do some shout outs and kind of see. We got a bunch of folks out there tonight. Hey, in the training, hang on, I got to make a change. It doesn't. It's blown up to giant size because I swapped to 4K again.
Oh, yep. That'll do it.
Hang on. Let's fix it. We'll make it smaller. All right. Ta-da. Hang on. Ta. I'll just have to keep dragging until I get it out there. Hang on. Let's do this. Let's go the official add placeholder comment. There we go. All right. So I've got to go and really resize the heck out of this thing. So, man, this is what happens. You changed it. Last week, I had an issue where I changed from 4K to 1080. I said, well, I'm going to go back to 4K because I really like 4K. And then it did that. So there we go. There we go. Now we're in view. Hey, Andy, how you doing tonight?
And
Parker Jennings. Hey, great to see you back
hello.
out there again. Dagan, man, you've been releasing a lot of videos, man. I have not caught up yet. I will catch up. Nicole says hello to everyone. Hey, welcome. I don't know if you've been here before, but
that is my fiance.
Oh, welcome to the show.
Congrats.
Yeah. Pepper Tree Villa, how you guys doing? I didn't get a chance to watch your video last night. I saw it. John in the house, how you doing? Learn live stream with John Lanny. All right, we got a question for you. How do you stand out being a gamer? So that's a good question.
Matt. That's Matt. Awesome Wood Things, right? Is that Matt?
It is Matt from Awesome Wood Things. Matt Haas. Yeah. So, Grymskull, how do you stand out as a gamer?
Oh man, that's really difficult for me because I am not a standout gamer. The way I stand out from gaming in gaming for us is being really bad, but we are we are really funny together. It's creating those kind of interaction between the three of us because I'm here in America and Xanthi and Nimi they both live in Sweden and Nimi's Greek. So not Nimi, I mean Xanthi's Greek.
Greek, yeah.
Xanthi's Greek. And everybody I've got to say this tactfully and with no, I'm not trying to make fun of Xanthi at all. Okay, they call me the oppressor. that, you know, her accent and the way words come out, you know, the syntax sometimes leave it open to a bit of a spicy moments. And then Nemi and I capitalize. I mean, so that's what we say. Nobody comes to watch us for games. They come to watch us for the interaction and the funny moments between the three of us. Because most of the time it's one of us is messing up and the other two are yelling at each other. Yeah. So,
you know, whatever works.
I do love the banter. You guys are awesome. I definitely enjoy that. The back and forth, and that you guys razz each other when you crash and burn and die and everything. So pretty good stuff. I really do like that.
But I would say long story short, the way to stand out in game streaming is you've got to be able to have a good personality and be outgoing and be able to interact with your viewers. I mean, long gone are the days of just being able to play a game and not provide, you know, some sort of commentary, you know, about it, you know.
How about you, Pedigreed? What do you think? What do you do? The things you stand out? Because I love your channel and your humor, and that's what drew me to start watching your channel.
I appreciate that, and for me, that's been the challenging part that I'm still working on, is trying to really build out that image of, you know, how the videos are going to be edited, what kind of videos that I'll be producing. Right now, it's been a lot of Let's Play videos, and then a few like video essay type videos mixed in around gaming topics. Typically, those seem to do better than the actual Let's Play videos themselves. So it's going to be kind of striking a balance. I've been trying to rethink, instead of just doing straight Let's Plays, kind of how to rework them into some more entertaining style videos that are more interesting to a wider audience than someone that's just wanting to sit down and watch like a long playthrough of a game or something. So that definitely is something that I've been trying to work through, is figuring out what my strengths are, and focusing on those, and then you know, trying to figure out ways around my weaknesses. A lot of that can be done through editing, which is really good. You know, long pauses when you're speaking, things like that, you just kind of cut them out and you would never know they were there, which is fantastic. So I often will try and make situations, like if I make a joke or something, I try and interject funny moments and things like that I can find that are relevant, just to try and, you know, hold attention and get people to keep watching more of the videos. And then long term, you know, hopefully people will start returning back to videos just for me, you know, the content and the stuff that I add to the videos myself. But I obviously understand that's going to take quite a bit of time before people are returning for me. So I have to make sure whatever topics that I'm covering are actually interesting to people and will get people to try out a smaller channel like mine.
Yeah, and Starfield's definitely gotten a lot of buzz lately, either for people like how bad it is or how good it is. It's just kind of
and that was the premise of my video, though. It was before the game came out, and it was just titled that Starfield will not be reviewed fairly. And it was just a list of reasons on both sides why, you know, it may not be reviewed fairly when it came out. And like I said, it did very well, especially for my typical video performance and stuff like that. It was very interesting to see, you know, having to see like comments and stuff rolling in and trying to reply to everybody and not being able to keep up with it after a certain point. And then just having to say, like, you know, you'll get a heart and a thumbs up. And then if it's really interesting, you know, I'll reply, because I literally read through like hundreds and was replying to every single one when they were coming in, until I just couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah,
it is a good thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this question: Is there a place for gamers to do shorts? I mean, have you dabbled with those?
Yeah.
Is it repurposing content, or do you do shorts specifically? You know, unique shorts, original shorts.
I'll let
I know for me, Most of the shorts that I've made have been like repurposed shorts. So I would take moments from like the full video that I edited down and made into a video, and I would take some highlights out of it and kind of make short moments in hopes that people that would see them on the shorts, they may want to come check out the longer video just to see, you know, what else that there is to offer within that video. I've made a couple specifically for shorts, but I haven't really focused in on doing too many of those yet myself. And I've seen some success, but for me, the shorts kind of seem hit or miss. And so I don't, like when I post a short lately, I haven't really been paying attention to how it's doing, analytics, stuff like that. It's more just like, oh, here's a small highlight and get some people to more eyes on my content and stuff like that, and find people that are actually interested in watching it. So that's kind of how I've been using shorts.
And now Shorts has that feature where you can go and like related video, and you go and you put a link to the long form. So I do think in some ways you can use Shorts as an ad for your long form videos, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Shorts to YouTube anymore. What do you think about it, Grymskull?
Yeah. I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. They're perfect for, doing a quick highlight of let's say you do a longer form, tips and tricks video, and you could just take one of the tips, and do a quick short out of that, and then link it to the longer form one. If you got funny moments, which Xanthi, Nimi, and I have often, and we've got a few shorts up like that, to where hey, you come then you tag your stream on it, so that hey, come join the fun next time on the stream. This is just it's a good way to drive traffic. But the thing about shorts is you can also put them on Instagram or in Twitter or TikTok, also. So to drive them either back to your YouTube channel or advertise your stream on. So they have a purpose. It's just in how you do them.
Yeah, it's tough. Let's see, we got some more. KDJ, thanks so much for coming by. It's a savor the flavor of the awesomeness, and you gents sharing your delectable nuggets of knowledge, information, passion, inspiration, motivation, guidance, encouragement, and enthusiasm. That's a lot of words, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
Let's see. And here's your biggest fan, Nicole, saying thank you for
Nice.
Whit, how you doing out there tonight, sir? So your video, that video that you did, Starfield, 11,000 views. That's fantastic. She says you got 302 comments.
Probably about half of those are my replies, trying to keep up with everybody, and then probably less than half, but a good chunk of them are from me on there too. But like I said, that video did really well for my channel, and so it was very exciting.
That's fantastic. Oh man, I love when you see something blow up. Like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah, keep going. So, Dagan, it says I'm not too funny of a person. I need to work on that. You're pretty funny, sir. I like your Sunday streams. It says had fun. Hoping the video I posted today. Go ahead.
You don't necessarily have to be funny either. I mean, I don't mean to say that, but I mean, what I was trying to tell, because Xanthi and Nimi, I'm going to take over your show. Xanthi and Nimi, they are always like, how do we get more people to come, watch our streams and stuff? We want to do videos, right? And probably taking a page at a pedigree is I tell them, look, let's do some short video, not shorts, but just short, quick videos, like of whatever game, because we're variety streamers. We play all kinds of games. We play horror, survival horror. I play a little bit of FPS here and there. We were playing Diablo, but I was telling them, I said, they play like Stardew Valley and stuff, My Time in Portia or whatever, and Portia, sorry. And I said, look, think of 5 tips that you could, of gameplay tips, and just do a quick video of the tips. I mean, that's how you can also stand out with your gameplay. Don't just play the games, but teach people how to play the games. And those, some of the most successful people I see that cross over from doing YouTube to streaming that's where they get their audience from, is the gameplay tips and stuff. They teach people how to play the game. They give great tips because they know the game, and that's how to stand out also.
Yeah,
all right, I'm done.
Cool. Do you have a thought too?
Nope, but just kind of building on what he said, funny isn't always like, that's not the only way to success on YouTube and being a content creator. So there's definitely other avenues that you can take, like being really educational, having a really good knowledge base of the subject that you're covering, things like that all really help to building an audience that like to come back. So
it's good stuff. Got a question out here about Twitch. So Twitch has the worst revenue sharing of any platform. They haven't made major improvements. Is it worth being on that platform?
Can I start?
Yeah.
That's why we moved our gaming channel to Kick. Twitch is a great platform. Don't get me wrong. The revenue sharing does suck. Who knows how long Kick is going to be around? But, right now you can't beat a 95-5 split for subs on Kick. Maybe that'll spur Twitch into, reworking their revenue sharing plan. I don't know. Both platforms are making changes. They're definitely starting to really understand they're competing with each other. But Twitch right now, it just, unless you've already got a big established community there, and if you're just a streamer just starting out, I would say give Kick a shot. It's growing. It doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles you get on Twitch right now, but it'll get there. But once you make it to your 75 followers and get monetized, then you get to keep 95% of those subs that you get, whereas over on Kick you don't.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Kick is just like for live streaming, you have to go in and pick a category, and there's not a lot of categories, just like chat or gaming or swimming pool. Yeah. But yeah, it's
you can pick the game category. Like if it's just like Twitch, if you're streaming a game, right? You can pick. Or are you talking about when you go on to look for game?
Well, so I'll go
Streamer.
out there and try to find a niche. So the thing is, it's not very niched down. If you're playing the big major games, you can go pick a channel, and that's where you go. Yeah. It's more the channels that they have. So if somebody were looking for you and you weren't doing a gaming channel, you'd have to go chat. That's pretty much where it is right now.
Right.
I know they'll probably add
chatting.
some more stuff.
They do have they've got a creative category, which is broken down in like graphic design, video editing, because that's I stream there on Kick doing that stuff also. But a couple other, but yeah, I mean, I agree. They're a little bit limited on your categories.
Yeah, and the other part is I'm having to go out there and set it all up before I go live. I'm used to my software just putting everything out there, my details, my title, and everything.
Yeah, that's one of the pain, the pain in the butt of it. Yeah.
So I think that's going to work. But I mean, you said really good things about Kick. So let's take a moment. Let's go look at your Kick channel. Let's see if I didn't pick the right scene. Let's try this one. Where'd it go?
Apologies, folks.
There we go. There we go.
For being subjected to my channel.
Yeah. All right. So here's this is your gaming channel. So this is the XGN channel. And you can go out and you can see games they played previously, and it talks about recent categories that they've streamed in. So really good stuff. What's your favorite game right now that you're playing over on Kick?
Right now, Starfield has got my attention.
Okay.
I was a big Fallout 4 person and Skyrim. I think they did a decent job with this game. I have not. My dog's like telling me she wants to go outside. I haven't played enough into it to really say I can give like a good review or of the meat of the potatoes. Yeah, the meat of it. But I'm enjoying it so far.
And then here's your Twitch channel that you guys have,
which is dormant.
Dormant. So Kick is getting all your attention and love now.
We stream all just exclusively on Kick at the moment.
Okay. And then here's Pedigreed Moth's channel right here. Yeah, Starfield will not be reviewed fairly. That's good stuff.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna go watch that.
Congratulations on that. So very cool, very cool. So there's been a lot of build up to Starfield. So I was just
There really was,
to go.
and that's sometimes part of the problem is some people get so much hype and expectation built around what they think it's going to be, and they start making assumptions, and then when the game doesn't live up to that, they feel angry or they're really upset that it doesn't meet those expectations that they had. And sometimes with big games that can be the downfall too, is if it can't live up to the hype that they've built leading up to the release, sometimes that it's too much to overcome.
Yeah. So Matt Haas, you need to do the first woodworking channel over on Kick.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
what needs to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know where the category's at, but that's what you need to do. You need to go out there and do the woodworking channel.
I agree with Pedigreed.
As long as you're talking, you can just put it in just chat.
That's right. If you're just talking about woodworking, you just put it in chat. Yeah, I want to be able to niche down in the Kick. So I'm hopeful. I know that it was, put together by some folks in Las Vegas. So I'm just kind of curious to know what's going to happen there.
They're really, really, really doing their best, I guess, to downplay that aspect of it, because that's one of the big kind of hesitations of a lot of people. It's because it's owned by stake.com. But I think you could find a lot of the interviews done with the owners and stuff, and how they're really like they are not wanting to be the gambling platform. They want to beat Twitch at their game, which is be a platform for streamers that are creator. It's creator focused, not profit focused for the company. Right. So,
yeah.
Well, and that's cool because it's hard to tell.
I don't get paid for that either.
It's hard to tell what YouTube's all about these days. It's just a challenge to figure out. Yeah, Grim, I also was going to say it's also neat to watch you work during the day. Go out to your Kick channel that's under your name and just go watch you work. And so it's I like that. The watch me while I work kind of stream that you're doing.
Yep.
Well, and comment with everybody at the same time. So that's kind of fun. As far as you, sir, what Pedigreed Moth, what's next? What are you working on next? You think it's gonna be a lot of fun?
I really need to dig into Starfield just because that video did do the best on my channel. So, making some more videos on that game is obviously the next logical step, and seeing if I can capture some of the hype and stuff that is around Starfield right now. I have a couple of series, like my Subnautica series, which was the series I started the channel with, and Choo Choo Charles, that I think both only need probably one more episode to finish those off. So I'll be able to kind of clear those off of the backlog and maybe look at a different few game or two that I might want to pick up and maybe make some videos on. Lately, I've also been doing a lot of games and playing a lot of games on Game Pass, just because I've got an Xbox and I think it's a fantastic service because I'm a game hopper. I'll play a game for a little while and then I'll just be like, all right, I'm going to play something else. And so Game Pass is great for me because I'll try so many games just because something about it seems a little bit interesting, and I'm not out anything trying it and see if it's something good. I've actually found a few games on Game Pass that I really like that I probably wouldn't have played if I would have had to pay for them outright. Because just by looking at them, I would have been like, I don't know if that's really worth $20 or $30 or however much the game actually costs. So I've been thinking about using that just because I've been playing a lot of games on there and actually making some videos on games that are available on Game Pass. Maybe doing like some little like quick review style things on some of the games and just seeing if people are kind of interested in those type of videos.
Cool. So question for you guys. So what's your gaming rig kind of look like these days?
I am an Alienware R15.
I'm still running a PC I built myself, but that's getting a little bit older. And then some games I actually got a capture card so I can play them on my Xbox now, because my PC kind of struggles to record and play some, especially newer games at the same time. So which is one of the reasons why I've been kind of using Game Pass and Xbox games and stuff lately, because I do have that capture card and I can kind of record both a little easier. I'm hoping to upgrade my PC. I'm part of the affiliate program with Starforge Systems, which is pretty cool. So I haven't sold any yet, but anything, like if there are any sales or anything through my link, I get like 5%. So I've been hoping that maybe if I push enough computers, I'll be able to buy my own. Pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Upgrade my system a little bit.
So what kind of graphics card are you running right now on your particular?
Mine's got a T80 Ti.
Okay.
That's what I've got. It's a MSI gaming one. But I think more so it's my GPU, or not GPU, my CPU that kind of struggles.
Yeah, that makes sense. What kind of capture card did you wind up getting?
I've got it's the Elgato like 4K 60 plus. It's the one that actually mounts in the computer.
Okay.
And can do 4K recording and stuff like that. I haven't tried recording in 4K any, but I have done some 2K recording and posted some 2K videos on the channel.
I think it's, I'm trying to remember how many frames per second it'll do. I don't know. Just trying to remember on that card.
Depending on the resolution that you choose, I think it'll do 4K 30, but it'll do, like you can do 1080p like at 120 or something like that, and you can record it. So it's kind of got a variable range just depending on the resolution.
And Graham, what's the card in your setup right now?
It's a RTX 4080.
Wow. Okay. You
can play all the new stuff.
You play all the new stuff.
And really it's because I do graphic design and video editing and motion graphics, so it's really, it serves a broad range of areas for me. So, but gaming is kind of more the side, the side effect. But yeah, I love it.
Do you use? So you've got the Blackmagic Quad card,
right? I have two PCs. So I've got my stream PC, which has an NVIDIA. It's a 2070 in it, and that's what's got the capture cards and all that stuff in it. So that my production PC doesn't get bogged down with trying to stream also.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some questions here. All right. Let's see. Tall Boy's in the house. Hey, this is finally I can tap in on the phone. Been watching you on TV. Team PS5 over here. So,
nice.
Grymskull on the stream. I get his notifications every morning. And so here's the question. Is 4K worth recording?
For me, it's not. One, the file size when you start recording 4K, any length of video, like you start running like 30 gigs for one video file. And then I also don't even have a 4K monitor on my PC. I've got a 2K monitor. So I don't see any benefit to trying to like push my PC harder than it's already running, trying to record and do everything to run 4K. When most videos on YouTube are probably 1080 60 and not even 2K or 4K. So
yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's like 4K, because here's the thing. David records his stuff in 4K, and they're 50, 60 gig files I'm working with, and which is great if you're doing some great cinematic movies that are going to be seen on a 4K, but if it's going to YouTube, that is, what is YouTube 8K yet, or are they still they're capping at 4K? Right?
Yeah, you can do some 8K on YouTube now.
But I mean, dude, unless you're going to be doing some just awesome cinematic stuff, I mean, 2K is probably biggest I would go. And that mainly is so that I could have that range of resolution to play with doing zooms and pans and all that kind of stuff on that. But really, yeah, it depends on what your outputs, your intended platform for output is going to be. But yeah, if you're not going to be doing feature length movies, 2K or less.
Let's see. Tallboy says, that he's still in the RTX 2060.
I mean, it's better than my 1080. My 1080's cooking over here. Putting in work.
You could squeeze some stuff out of that 2060.
Yeah. And he says you got to have a NAS for all of this. So yeah, if you get the giant files, you definitely got to get you a NAS or something like that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. What brand NAS do you have?
It's Synology.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what model it is offhand, but it's
so I've got to hurry up and get one. So, yeah, it's what about AI? Does AI have a place in gaming yet?
What do you mean by in gaming? Like in games themselves?
It's in gaming.
Well, it's already in gaming. Yeah, but definitely so like for video creation and you don't have to like chat GPT. And like, what's trending right now in the gaming space? What should I be doing videos about? Do you kind of do research like that? I know you did Starfield, so definitely you're hitting the keyword search that people are doing right now on Google when they go searching on YouTube to find videos. They can type that stuff in. So, yeah.
I think tools like that definitely have their place and can be used to great benefit for a lot of creators. The problem is when some people start to rely on them or just like have chat GPT write the entire script and they just read it as is without, checking to make sure it's correct or doing any actual digging to understand why things may be that way. But if you like throw in a few ideas and you're just like, hey, can you give me like an outline for this? Sometimes it can give you a couple of categories on things to talk about, and that can be really useful for helping you get kind of a script going if you're struggling on talking points and things like that. So there's definitely a use case for it as long as it's not being abused or just overused in the wrong ways.
Yeah. And then for tools like TubeBuddy or vidIQ, do they have a place for a gaming channel? Do you utilize tools like that to kind of figure out ways to kind of optimize your search engine optimization?
I use vidIQ. I've never personally used TubeBuddy, but I do use vidIQ for a lot of stuff. Like their daily video ideas are always great just to, sometimes just give you a quick idea and maybe it won't be perfect, but you'll be like, oh, I could kind of use that, or that kind of gives me an idea for a different video or something like that, and you can save them up that way. So they definitely are very useful in keeping track of your videos and ideas and things like that.
Graham, do you use anything?
I use TubeBuddy. Like I said, I don't do a lot of the recorded videos that I want to do. So, but I have used TubeBuddy in the past to kind of look up, keywords that people are searching for and how they rank and how I can work those into my titles for stuff. David always gets on to me about that, you need to do better titles. He's right. That's one of the things. I'm a content creator. I create content for other content creators. So I'm always having difficulty creating my own content. So that's why I stream more often than not. But back to the AI question. I mean, I agree with Pedigreed there. It's AI is a great tool. But it's mainly a jumping off point. You can tell a lot these days if somebody, just kind of, had AI just do everything and they read it word for. I mean, you could tell these days. But I use it, for videos that I'm going to be doing for David here. We use it to like generate ideas and topics, but it is a great way to generate a list of like, what kind of videos can I do for, like on Starfield? Well, give me 5 gaming tips I could do videos on. And it'll give you that. And if you use that as a jumping off point, like, to create your scripts and outlines, it's great. I would even go so far myself. It's because I suck at writing, is to have it do a script. But yeah, you got to proofread it, make sure that the content is correct. But not just for that, but I mean, you just the AI image generation, because I'm big into doing Midjourney and Leonardo AI, and for thumbnails for the YouTube channel that David and I help run. I use AI for that, and if you're trying to create characters or come up with character ideas, it's a good way to generate looks for characters and stuff if you're an artist and stuff like that. But the good artists are going to use that as a way as an inspirational tool to help them jump off or take it to the level they want to. So yeah.
Cool. What video editing tools do you guys use?
I actually use DaVinci Resolve for my video editing.
Is there kind of plugins you use to try to help you out with that process, or is it pretty straight vanilla DaVinci?
Pretty straight vanilla. Okay. I haven't really installed any plugins or anything on it. I've mostly just been like, if I'm trying to figure out how to do something, I'll look up a video on YouTube and try and be as specific as possible. Like, how do I do this effect or something like that? And then I'll find a video that shows how to use like the nodes and things like that to create different effects or do different color effects and things like that with it. And so far I haven't had to install any extra plugins. Like DaVinci Resolve does a lot. Like it's got a ton of features, even just on the free version. So like I've yet to run into a problem that you can't at least find a solution to do with DaVinci Resolve.
It's pretty amazing for free software. Yeah, the fact that Blackmagic made that software and said, "Here, now if you want some more features, you can pay for it, but 90% of everything you want to do, we'll let you have for free."
But even the paid version is not terrible. I mean,
it's a one-time.
I've got it. I don't use it only because I'm like just entrenched in the Adobe ecosystem, because I've been doing this for 20 plus years. So I use Premiere. My main tool for about 9 years was After Effects, and that when I was doing motion graphics for a TV station, and then now that I'm doing more video editing, that has kind of moved to the top with AE as a supporting role. But and then Photoshop and Illustrator and all those tools. I was trying to get into doing DaVinci Resolve. It's a great program. I have nothing against it. Just for me, like, it's an old dog, new trick kind of deal. It's like the time it's going to take me to learn the ecosystem for that. I could have had the video I was going to do in it done, 2 days ago. Yeah. So at some point I would like to, this is part of why I don't do videos. I would love to learn DaVinci Resolve so that I can help other creators learn how to use it, the way I use Premiere, that, and help them create better videos out, with tools that are less expensive, so that, they're not breaking the bank with a subscription. But
like for me, when I started the channel a year ago, I was like, well, I'm gonna need an editing software to make videos with, and I really didn't want to pay the monthly subscription to have the Adobe ecosystem. And I looked to see if I could just buy it outright, because I was like, oh, if I can just buy like a standalone copy,
Not
I
anymore.
can do that, and then I'll be fine. But you can't do that anymore. So I knew when I started the channel, I was also going to have to, regardless, learn a new software. So I just started looking around until I found what I felt was going to be the most inclusive software for free, or at least that was affordable. It just happened to be free. And so when I started making videos, I also was starting to learn how to edit with DaVinci. So I've just been doing them hand in hand. And I think you can really tell if you go back to, some of my early videos and just kind of watch some of the progression and how the editing goes together. Like when I added the green screen, keying it out, things like that in different videos. Like, and you can really just see progression with each video, and that's what it takes. And I'm just going to keep, every time I post a video, trying to improve something just a little bit over the last one and take it one step at a time.
Okay, I'll put you on the spot. What are you guys' favorite video game of all time?
Oh, that's such a hard question. I play so many different games.
I'll give you top 3 if that'll help.
Skyrim is one for me.
Skyrim is a good game. I have to say, one of the first games that I played, so the first one that comes to mind was Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I had a Nintendo 64, and we used to rent it from Game Crazy or Blockbuster or whatever one of those game rental places was. And so I would rent the game for 3 days, and if anybody knows anything about Majora's Mask, is it takes place in 3 days in the game. So I always thought that was fitting, that was my first few times was renting it for 3 days and getting to play it for just a short period of time. And then eventually, I think for Christmas or something like that, my mom actually bought the game for me, because I had rented it probably enough times that they could have just bought it outright the first time and probably saved money. So I have to say that's probably one of my favorite
done that before
memories. So
yeah,
Minecraft would be my second, because of the just the uniqueness and the indie feel of it when it first started out, and the creative aspects of it. The community, it's community driven before it got bought by Microsoft. But that would be my second. I want, just at the tip of my tongue, if it's my favorite, I should know it. But all right, you give your second. I'll remember it here.
All right. Let's say another game that I played when I was younger, and I actually still have the disc, and I play it periodically. It was Digimon World for the PlayStation. And in that game, you had your little pet Digimon, and it would actually, digivolve, get bigger, and die of old age, and then be reborn as like a little egg. And so your goal was to discover and explore the whole map, but you would train up your Digimon for it to be strong, and knowing eventually that even if you treat it perfectly or anything, it's going to eventually die of old age, and you're going to have to start training up a new baby one. And it was a game I played on the PlayStation very early, and even the sequels don't quite get what made, or at least for me, what made that first one so special. And so I still played the first Digimon World game probably once every few years. I'll whip out my PlayStation 2 or something, and I'll put the Digimon World game in and play through it. And now I know where everything's at, and I know all the secrets and things like that. So I get way overpowered way easier than I did when I was a little kid playing it and making all these mistakes. But I still thoroughly enjoy playing that game to this day.
I was gonna say my favorite game. So I started off ancient games ago, but I like Diablo. I played the first one. I played the second one. I played the third one.
Yes.
I like the second one the best. But old school Quake and playing Capture the Flag with friends online.
So I have to protest. This is not a fair question, dude. Not a fair question.
There's
not
just
for
so many
somebody
good games.
Not for like you and me. I'm 50, almost 56, and man, I mean, keep going.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, okay, if we want to go really far back, my favorite game was Phoenix in the arcade. And then they came out with Demon Attack, which is like a knockoff on it, and so that was pretty good. I liked it. But I played
Joust.
I threw some quarters in the machine for that.
Double Dragon, come on. I mean, so to me, it's my. I want to say my number one favorite type of game, because I can't tell you I mean, I could go on. I mean, you said Quake. I mean, Quake, Doom. I mean, I was a security guard at a local university, and I was sneaking in the lab playing Doom, downloading it on the internet in like 95, and playing it. Warcraft, the original Warcraft. I've got the discs in my pocket. I'm sneaking in the computer labs to load that sucker up. So, so that, me and some buddies could play multiplayer games. All right, dude, come on. IL-2 Sturmovik 1946. I'm a big flight sim guy.
Yeah.
A Falcon 4.0. Oh my God, the list goes on. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm going off the deep end.
Say hi to Credence and Mikey. Hey, how you guys doing? Let's see. He says what got you both in video editing. So he wants to know what got you both into video editing.
Well, for me, editing right now is just a means to, producing the videos that I'm making for the channel. I didn't do a whole lot of video editing before that. There was always school projects, things like that, where we would make, movies, and I was usually the one that would edit them together, using, whatever software came with the camcorder. So it was never good. But so I've always had just like a little bit of experience, but this is really the first time I've actually dug in and tried like producing something that's enjoyable to watch, and isn't just like a school project or something like that. So
yeah, I'm really good at cutting stuff out of videos. That's my primary skill at video editing. Is I'm really good at editing stuff out of videos. I'm getting better at cropping and stuff like that. So I use Final Cut Pro. I've used iMovie. I use Windows Movie Maker. I've tried to use DaVinci, but it just didn't just jump out at me. Say, this is what you need to use next. I don't know. I have it installed, but I rarely use it. And I went and got a bunch of plugins for Final Cut Pro, so it makes editing so much easier. If I want to make, shorts and that type of thing, repurpose content, makes it super easy. So definitely. Tallboy says his games, let's see, Watch Dogs, Contra, and Devil May Cry in no particular order.
Yeah.
Yep. Solid list.
So, yeah. My wife plays nothing but Zelda. It's the only game she knows right now. No, I'm kidding. She plays lots of cooking games. So
there's games out there for everyone.
There is. I mean, I remember Burger Time. That was a fun game.
I remember when I was younger, my mom worked at the school in the computer lab. So like after school, sometimes we would just go hang out with her until she was actually ready to leave, and then we'd all go home. But we had different games installed on those school computers. We had like Math Blasters, which is like one kids game where they teach you math while you're playing. And then there was another one that it wasn't educational, and it was just like you're a dinosaur like a velociraptor that had a gun for an arm, and you could kill other dinosaurs while hunting down eggs. I don't know, it was a weird one. So it's like from a very early age, I was occupying my time playing whatever I could get my hands on, and there's definitely a lot of different genres that can attract different people, and a lot of different styles of games. They really are for everybody.
Yeah. Have either of you guys seen the Tetris movie?
I have not.
Tetris movie? No.
Yeah, there's a movie about the origins of Tetris. Tallboy made me watch it, so it's actually really good. It's amazing. Basically, the KGB was involved in Tetris getting to the United States. It's I don't want to give it away. It was a lot of intrigue and everything going on. It was it's interesting to me. Unfortunately, I have to have Apple TV to watch it, but
I got it.
Yeah, so it was actually a really good movie. So yeah, it's got the guy from The King's Men as the lead in that. So it was a really good movie. Anyway, so Tallboy says yes, you have to watch it. Dagan says he uses Filmora, which I have played with Filmora, but when I downloaded it, it was during a period of time where Filmora wanted to keep nagging you to buy it. and I don't like software that does that. I like shareware, and if I get purpose out of it, I will buy it. But please don't nag me to death. Till I hate you. So anyway, Tallboy says, "Come on, Grymskull, tap in."
All right. So, how'd I get into video editing? Like I said, I worked at a university. I was in the Air Force for 4 years. I got out and was going to be in law enforcement. So, local town I lived in, I got a job as a security guard, like I already said, where I'd kick the kids out of the labs and then play video games all night. But I discovered like the World Wide Web. I didn't discover it, but I mean, the computer science majors, I'm like, what are you guys doing? What is that? That's the World Wide Web. That's a web browser. I was like, oh. So I'd go in there and do that. And I discovered how to do web pages. And I ended up like getting into doing that for the security department. And my wife at the time was taught computers for like continuing education, and we decided to like start a kind of a company to do web pages. I know this is a long story. So I was like, I had the GI Bill, so I was like, my web pages suck, so I need to learn how to do graphic design. So I went to, instead I'd switch gears, right? I ended up going to a local community college, getting degrees in graphic design and visual communications, which had, video editing and multimedia stuff, in it. And so my first job was at an advertising agency where I did mainly graphic design, but I did a few, like they would do wedding videos. So I got into editing like on the Media 100, and then Final Cut Pro. And, I ended up going freelance graphic design and not touching any kind of like, video editing till, a friend of mine who I had worked with at the advertising agency said, "Hey, do you think you could learn After Effects?" I said, "Sure," because I was really needing a job at the time because freelance wasn't cutting it. And that's all she wrote. So I went to work for the TV station, and I learned how to do. I got into After Effects, and then started doing commercials. Editing commercials for clients and all the promos and videos and stuff for the TV station. And that was it. And then I've been doing it ever since. So,
yeah, I wrote web pages a long time ago, so it's got started. So the internet is addictive. I ran a BBS for a period of time, and then the internet came, and I said, okay, the BBS is going bye-bye. And so everybody else go Google what a BBS was.
Yep. I used to, on the Commodore, when I had a Commodore 64, we were on this thing called Quantum Link.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Which turned into AOL.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember CompuServe, which was really expensive.
CompuServe.
It was really crazy expensive. Prodigy.
Yeah, that was another one.
I never used that one, so.
Long distance charges on dial up to the nearest access point. Ooh, boy, I got troubled several times for that.
Yep.
Yeah. But you have to go to CompuServe to download files from technical support websites for a long time. So you'd have to down long distance to download files, patches, and updates for stuff. It was a crazy time.
Yeah.
So the internet freed us all from that bondage.
Thank God. Or did it? Because
cool.
we're all tied to the desk right now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to share information now, whether that's good or bad. That's that's debatable. But we can thank the internet for that.
Definitely. All right. Well, that's our show tonight. So any last thoughts you want to send out there, everybody, to let them know what's going on next with your channels, and just what's closing thoughts? We want to make sure we tell everybody when they're doing our content creation. I mean, why would anybody want to be a gamer on YouTube?
They would.
Really.
You don't want to be a gamer on YouTube. You want to do gaming videos on YouTube, and then you want to stream it on Twitch or Kick. That's
that's just I haven't picked up the live streaming side of it, but that is one thing where eventually it would be nice to be able to live stream a game cut that into videos and cut that further down into shorts. And then out of just that one thing, you have, content across all different types of formats and things like that. So that definitely is kind of, especially if you're doing gaming and stuff like that, probably seems the way to go. Eventually I'll probably hop on live streaming when I got something I can handle it a little better.
Get on Kick and follow Lucci, who's a Warzone COD streamer. He's amazing at like getting on there, streaming his games. Then he'll take those and cut them up and make, highlight videos, and they're all full narrated and everything. It's great. They're awesome. Iceman Isaac, also on Twitch. Is a Call of Duty Warzone streamer. He used to be in the Air Force. Got out of the Air Force specifically to stream, but where he gets his views from is his YouTube strategy videos and stuff like that. I mean, great stuff. So yeah, I mean, you're in the right ballpark. In my opinion, is doing the content of not just streaming the games, but providing reviews and stuff like that. I wish I had time to do more of that myself.
Yeah, time is definitely the biggest struggle. Just because I'm not full-time content creator. I work a full-time job, so it's trying to find time here and there, just wherever you can get some editing done. Sometimes you just got to stay up late, less sleep that night, but you got something done and you can be proud of. So
yeah, that's definitely a challenge. So yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate so much you guys being on the show tonight, and thank you. Next week's show, let's see, I got to do like the calls to action here. Hang on. Is subscribe to my channel. Next week's show, I'm going to have a cool guest. You're going to be amazed. I got Kevin Colby is going to be on the show, and we're going to talk about live streaming. Just completely nothing about live streaming. He's got a new book that talks about how you live stream. So we're going to talk about that. He just published a book, so I'm pretty excited for him for there. And so that's what we'll do. So subscribe and leave a comment. Let us know if you watched and you got questions for these guys. I'll reach out to them and let them know your questions. And that's it. It's a show. Bye. Night. Everybody, yep. So YouTube's going to tell you to watch that video right there. They're going to put one there, so you should watch that. Yeah. Have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.